Like, just, it's so absurd, and that's my favorite thing about this movie. It's a horror movie trope before horror movie slasher tropes were a thing. You've got the horny girls and guys. You've got the gratuitous sex. You've got the gratuitous boobs. You've got the weird, guy, the Ralph character, that's there. That's the red herring. You've got the nerdy guy. You've got the revenge plot, which, you said it, Friday the 13th. I don't know. It's so odd that this came out before Friday the 13th and the endings share so much in common, minus there being a second killer. Crazy when you really think about it. It's crazy. Do you think slasher movies after this watched this movie, and since this obviously was a low budget film, were inspired by stuff?
I think it's possible.
Had to have been. They had to have been. There's just no way. There's no way that this movie didn't inspire other slasher films. It's all there. Every slasher movie trope is there in 1980. So I have to give it some props for that. That's one of the things I like about the movie, is that it like laid the foundation for a decade of slasher movies that a lot of us love.
Agreed.
And it's kind of crazy that Friday the 13th is the movie that took off and became this giant franchise, but To All a Good Night didn't. It's got a mass killer. It's got, pretty girls being murdered. The only thing it's missing is a good score. The score sucks.
Yeah, it's not good at all.
If it had a memorable score, it would have helped this film.
It would have bumped this movie up, absolutely.
And it's got so much going for it that every other slasher movie copied. And this is so early into slasher movie run. The only movies that, I guess, Just Before Dawn, you said came out before this, Halloween, Black Christmas, which this film definitely borrowed from. You can just tell. You said it earlier. It really reminds you of Black Christmas. Black Christmas is a far superior film, but it's still wild that the silly tropes that are in slasher movies, this movie has all of them.